Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of This Week in an Hour.
We're in his head, you see.
Oh, my fuck.
Come on, Jackson, focus up.
Just go with it. Okay, yeah, welcome to This Week in an Hour, episode number 13.
We've just tried to record the intro probably about 10 times there, so that one's...
Jackson just can't, he can't take the heat right now in the kitchen. He's...
Once we get to about 50 episodes in, I'll make a compilation of these guys messing up the intro, and it'll be gold. And you'll see what I have to deal with.
I think it's more interruptions, not messing up.
All right. Anyways, we're your hosts, Jackson,
Brad and Luc.
So yeah, episode 13, lucky number 13.
I thought
we're recording this one on Thursday. We usually record on Friday. We almost
did it on Friday, June 4th, dude. Oh shit! Holy fuck! The 13th episode on Friday, the June 4th.
we narrowly escaped that.
we could have been crazy. One of us would have died probably
easily on set.
That's why I needed to change it to Thursday, because I was scared.
Yeah. Not that you just book other things on the day that we're supposed to record.
What were you doing tomorrow, anyways?
Family stuff.
Oh yeah, your dad's birthday again? Or
no, actually, no. I'm going to help him out with something tomorrow. So
tell him to fuck off and do it on the weekends.
What's that?
Take Friday as a weekend.
Yeah.
The beginning of something beautiful.
Every day's a weekend.
Yeah, every day's a weekend on C.R.B.
That's a fact.
Every day's a weekend when you're a podcaster.
Yeah. All right, so we were gonna start up this week. I'm not gonna open that bag yet because that's gonna be really loud.
I want one so bad.
Get a little treat. So Brad and Luc, as you know, got vaccinated last week. I've joined the club. I'm now vaccinated.
Fucking copycat.
Now we're all
we get
safe.
Vaccinated, so Jackson's like, "Oh, I have to get vaccinated now. I have to be cool."
Oh, might as well. All the cool kids
bandwagoning on vaccinations.
Yeah. Except Jackson got lucky. He got a juice box.
Yeah, I did. I got a free juice box.
Jackson got lucky. An allergic reaction.
No, I didn't have an allergic reaction. So, go in, get my shot. I'm sitting there after I got my shot. I'm like, okay, thought it was gonna be a bit worse than that. It was I barely felt it, and then about 30 seconds later, I just feel this head rushing feeling. I'm like, oh no, I'm super lightheaded.
So they made you smoke a cigarette after getting a vaccine.
So I told the nurse, I was like, yeah, I think I might pass out. I'm super lightheaded. And she's like, oh, okay, put your head between your legs. We'll get this.
We're just gonna remove a rib real quick.
She's like, I've been waiting for this all day.
Yeah, so I was starting to feel better, and then they rolled over a wheelchair, and I was like, oh no, I don't need to be wheelchaired out. Super embarrassed in front of 40 other. They had 40 stations set up, and then they had the place where everyone was sitting. So there's probably 100 people in there. And
younger people?
All sorts of
variety.
Ages. Variety of ages.
So as you get wheeled out, somebody's like, first I'm doing heroin, eh?
No, I didn't get my shot at the downtown clinic like Brad did. So I went over and they laid me down, and I was feeling good. I was like, I probably don't need this, but all right, I'll take it. And they're like, oh, we got some juice boxes here for you. Which kind do you want? Obviously, pick apple over orange. Who
teach
picks
their own.
Orange juice over apple juice?
It depends on the day.
Yeah.
And
depends on I feel like the time of day. Orange is an earlier in the day type juice.
Yeah, you would understand.
Yeah. Has some sustenance.
This was about 1 o'clock, so I was.
That's apple juice.
Yeah.
7 o'clock.
Breakfast with Jackson. Lunch for the rest of us. Definitely an apple juice time of the day.
But, yeah. So.
But what brand did you say it was?
Allen's.
You should have taken it, looked at it, and been like, "Are you fucking serious?" And then just spiked it on the ground, and be like, "Give me some fucking Minute Maid right now."
No, I like the Allen's. It's good.
Yeah, Graves is the best apple juice, but they don't make juice boxes. At least I don't think they do. So.
Is that the one that's in those 1 liter
They used to come in. It used to come in the metal cans. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the bomb. I'm pretty sure it's made in the Maritimes too. I think it's New Brunswick apple juice. So
I don't know.
Tastes of New Brunswick,
All those apple orchards.
Agent Orange or whatever it was.
No, that was only on base.
Yeah, that's where they pick their apples. They grow so good there. I don't know why.
Something on the ground.
So big, so fast.
Yeah, apparently they fertilized the ground like 70 years ago. But yeah.
So yeah, that was my vaccination experience. But I'm okay.
How's your connection been to the network?
I've gotten actually my cell phone service spiked last night.
Yeah.
I think it's starting to kick in. So
Yeah.
my arm's getting a little sore today.
Soon you'll be able to pick stuff up with your mind. It's awesome.
Yeah, can't wait.
So,
Speaking of vaccines, we got
West Vernon stuff.
West Virginia. West Virginia.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't seen our Instagram story, you will know that this episode Luke tried to
Take me home.
write upside down, and
Yeah.
it is very unlegible.
Some of it looks good, honestly. Some of it's like not bad, but then other ones I just don't know what happened.
Yeah, so like we said on Instagram, if
But
you can tell us,
If you guys are judging me, I want you guys to write a bunch of stuff upside down and
if you
see
can
what happens. You know?
tell
It's-
us exactly what Luke wrote there, word for word, we'll give you a shout out on our next episode.
I know it's a big honor. Like I know everybody wants it, so you better hurry to get it in quick. You know?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, at this point, I'd be willing to shout out anyone, even if 20 people guess it all right, because I doubt even 2 people are going to guess all that right. Especially the bottom one.
I honestly guess nobody's gonna guess it right.
Especially the bottom one.
You don't think that people like
Maybe you know what? I actually put the bottom one as I knew this was gonna be a challenge before,
Yeah,
so I was like,
that's
I'm gonna
why.
make the last one
It's
hard.
like the hard
what if
one
they
on
just
the word
listen?
search.
What if they just listen to the podcast and then go over the picture?
Well, no,
No,
because the
'cause the
story will be
story's-
done.
The story's going to be
Ah,
done by
stories.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
By the time. this
So
is
we're gonna leave a blank slot here, and then we'll just insert the name. Phil.
No, I said we're going to shout them out on the next
Oh.
episode.
Well, we'll also insert it in here. Robert De Niro.
Wow, congratulations, Robert De Niro. Hey, congratulations
Pierce Brosnan.
for winning our shout out.
What's happening?
I don't know, we're just.
Well, I mean, they're two very big fans of our podcast, so.
Yeah, we just want to give them a couple shout outs here and there.
Yeah.
Like,
Leonardo DiCaprio.
yeah, I heard actually he was a big fan of the boat one, the boat episode.
Was he?
Yeah, reminded him a lot of his.
He was telling you about
back in his movie making days of Titanic.
That's true. And I mean, he was on a yacht that was in like a big thing in Wolf of Wall Street too.
True.
So
Yeah,
there seems to be a lot of boats in DiCaprio movies. Thinking of it.
maybe he was the captain. Oh, we can't go back to this.
No,
We
we're
gotta get off
going
the
back
boat.
into the pit.
No more boat.
Speaking of boats and pits, West Virginia.
No, speaking of vaccines.
Well, I mean, we were talking about vaccines, and then we weren't talking.
What are you on about?
What are you on a
the
boat?
West, the West Virginia stuff. West Virginia is
Empty week.
doing incentives to encourage residents to get vaccinated. So starting June 20th, West Virginia will give out $1 million and other prizes each week up until August 4th, when 2 grand prizes of $1.6 million and 580,000, spit the number out,
Jeez.
will be announced according to state officials. Other prizes include 2 new custom outfitted trucks, 25 weekend getaways to local state parks, 5 lifetime hunting and fishing license, 5 custom hunting rifles, 5 custom hunting shotguns, 2 full
Jesus.
4-year scholarships to any institution in West Virginia will also be awarded.
Is
to
there any
vaccinated
actual
12
good
to
schools in West
25-year-olds.
Virginia?
Yeah, there's
Virginia Tech, is that in West Virginia or?
what's the WV? What's it called?
West Virginia.
University, obviously, but I can't remember the name of their.
Oh, but anyways, that's
Virginia
pretty.
Tech,
that's
I
pretty
think,
cool.
is a good school. And
There's
I don't
there's
know.
definitely a couple.
There's no
Yeah.
other Virginia though, is there?
That's-
Isn't it just West Virginia? There's not like East Virginia.
Just Virginia and West Virginia.
Oh, there is just Virginia.
Like, it's all the same. Like, just West Virginia is the west part of Virginia, I think.
Oh,
And they
okay.
just relate to it as West Virginia.
I'm getting information that's wrong right now.
I feel like that's not right at all.
I don't know. I don't live in the States.
Isn't it West Virginia born
feel
and
like they're
raised?
No, it's West Virginia Mountain Mama. Take me home.
Country
Oh.
roads.
Country roads. Also, I think they put a child lock on these Maynards. Like,
That's why you can't get them open.
Bag open. Oh, there we go.
So as you can tell, we don't do a lot of research before we get on.
We should probably start after like 20.
There's
episodes.
definitely it's definitely Virginia and West Virginia.
Okay.
I want the red one, and I dare you to throw me the blue one too, pussy. You wouldn't do it.
I want the yellow one then.
Oh yeah.
Damn. All those hitting the table, really loud, and now everyone chewing into the mic.
Oh yeah. Come on.
No, that's it. ASMR.
A mukbang.
We should have a mukbang.
Oh. Yeah, let's order just a bunch of food and have a mukbang.
Well, we were talking about how we were gonna fucking buy a bunch of hot peppers and then eat them all.
Hot pepper tier list?
Yeah, yeah.
Just
not
like,
not copying a YouTuber launch or anything, but I know you fuck with the hot food though.
I do enjoy peppers.
Yeah, it's
They're
good.
nice. Speaking of is good, what was this thing that you asked me before? Cities of Canada.
Okay.
Wait. I just want to say one thing on the
Also,
West
the
/ regular Virginia, whatever it is.
So how the fuck are they giving out guns?
What do you mean?
It's America. What do you
Literally,
mean?
what do you mean? They go to Walmart, buy them, take them to the fucking place.
When they say custom, do you think it's like they just like?
They probably just slap like a West Virginia "I got vaccinated" fucking sticker.
No,
on it, like,
they're putting like the bump stock on. They're putting an extended clip, like flashlight. They're souping it up.
they're just going to the local
I just
military
thought I was
base.
gonna say someone's gonna definitely need cuts. I wonder what kind of trucks. Definitely shitty trucks.
Yeah, I bet you. I bet you it's like a Ford or something.
It's America. Fuck yeah.
Ford F-350,
Diesel.
big wheels,
big
lift.
I think the shittiest one would be honestly if you won and they're like, you get to go to the fucking state park this weekend. It's like,
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Thanks. Can't we just go in there already?
I get to get lost in the
cash
state
prize?
park. Woohoo!
Yeah, could we get that in the Monetary Valley? Yeah, here's $7.
They're on the 25th. You have to do all 25 trips, and then on the 25th trip, you find the secret entrance to like the underground world beneath.
Where
all this-
Bigfoot lives.
Exactly.
And drags all the children.
Have you heard
down.
about that? All the entrances to like this like world inside of our world, and there's like a
It's the Hollow Earth theory, basically.
yeah, and there's this whole theory too about like all the sand and I don't even remember what.
Well, you guys haven't been in my basement. There's one of those doors.
I think
there.
I was talking to one of you about the theory about like how all the parks are connected by underground tunnels and like Bigfoot lives under there and stuff, and like when kids go missing,
There's like an
parks,
ancient
he drags them
civilization.
underground. And
There's
stuff.
also like an ancient
definitely was not me that you
lives there.
talked about this.
Maybe
It was definitely
me and Brad on like an adventure. We were just talking about
I don't know,
wild
maybe.
conspiracies. Yeah.
Perhaps maybe.
I always like the lizard people conspiracies.
Oh yeah.
Those are probably some of my
They
favorite.
live in the Hollow Earth, actually.
Yeah, that's all.
So there's
also another one where they come from planet Draconia or something.
and they also live in like fucking. I was gonna say Antarctica, but Atlantis.
There's this actually really cool one about. So they're I can't remember what desert it is, anyways. But there's like 200-foot like sand dunes, and there's like
The Mojave
tons and
Desert.
tons of sand that like just couldn't have been.
I hate
there.
saying it's coarse and it gets everywhere.
I do hate sand though. Fuck beaches. Anyways,
Star
they
Wars
drilled
reference.
200 feet down and found like wood and stuff like that. So they had this big theory that it's like below the wood is where the fucking wild things are.
What?
That's where the book took place.
Yeah, it's actually it's like a history book, and those are actually real monsters. Yeah.
So does that mean there's a picture out there of Bigfoot chilling with lizard people and Hillary Clinton?
Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hillary Clinton might be a lizard person.
Have you ever seen the video where she like spits out these like green like goblets into a cup?
No. Those are eggs?
That's people think that she's a lizard person because of that. It was kind of interesting. I'm glad we don't live in America because we can talk openly about the Clintons. Well, they probably got reach here.
Yeah, speaking of how fucked America is, Trump 2024.
Thanks for stealing my line, bro. Just absolutely yanked it.
He's gonna cut you. The only thing he's gonna cut is you saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously.
I'll make myself look like a genius.
Hey, that's what happens when you get to edit.
It's the power of editing.
I'll start editing the clips and it'll be like Jackson like, I hate Canada or something. Anyways, yeah, talking about fucking old Donnie boy. Oh,
What?
I thought it was his topic.
No, I just.
He's looking at me like talking about Trump. He just keeps looking at me.
I was just
Yeah.
talking about how Trump went on like a radio show and they asked him about that. I guess they told him that they needed him back in the White House and that that life would be better with old Donnie Boy in the office.
AirPods? Maynards?
Yes, can I have one? I've got
Um,
the taste for them now.
yeah, it's true. They are electric. Anyways, he was on a friggin' radio show and
Fight over him.
he was on a radio show and
Oh, do you want to trade a couple colors so we each
Yeah,
get like a couple of each?
Yeah, you gotta have a
Can I have the
diverse,
green? There we go.
diverse group of Sour Patch Kids.
Okay, yeah. So Trump.
Sour Patch Kids are so yummy. They've distracted
Oh, they're
us.
so good. And this large bag
Tell me how much it was.
was like $2.97.
No, it wasn't.
You're lying.
And yeah, you get them at Walmart. And if you go to the convenience store, you get the little bags, like like little Skittles bags for like $3, which is more than these.
They got some sour to them.
Yeah, they're called Sour Patch Kids. I wonder.
I don't remember. Sour Patch Kids are getting more sour lately, haven't they?
It might be.
Office reference.
No.
The gum thing. I said that gum thing. I forget where we were. You guys are like, what?
We don't watch that.
I watched The Office, but I don't remember like.
It's
I don't watch
the
The
guy
Office.
trying to make small talk. I think his name's Nate. He works in the
Oh,
warehouse.
of course, it's a Nathan.
And they're like in the office, and it's just like awkward silence for a second. Then he goes, "Gum's gotten mintier lately, hasn't it?"
I don't remember.
Hey, Trump
What
2020.
the fuck was that?
I just swallowed that fucking Sour Patch Kid whole.
We almost
Oh my
almost
God.
didn't evade the Friday the 13th
Yeah,
death here.
died, so we brought it up. Trump 2024. He went on a radio show, goddammit, and they said that they needed him back in the office because life sucks without Donnie Trump in the office. And he said, you know what? Well, we're looking to make you very happy. How old would he be in 2024?
What is he now? Like 70?
78 maybe?
78?
I don't think he's
No, I didn't think
78.
he
I'm
was
pretty
that
sure he's
old.
like
I thought he was
72.
74 or something.
I think you're about to be really
Okay,
surprised.
I say
so
72. Jackson
that's
says
it.
74,
4.
and you say 78. Price is right rules. Close without going over.
Alright.
74.
Oh,
Oh,
Jackson dead
that's right.
on.
You guys owe me nothing.
But
You owe
yeah,
me a
so
Pepsi.
So he's going to be 78 in 2024?
Yeah.
77. It's 3 years away now. It's
Yeah, but his
2021.
birthday is June 14th, 1946.
Jesus, he's old. as
So, I
fuck.
mean, if you do the math on that one,
It's true. Well, it depends when we're talking about in 2024. January 1st, 2024.
still wouldn't be 74.
But they
or
get
77.
inaugurated in.
What?
They get inaugurated before his
78.
birthday, so he would be 77. Or no, because they get inaugurated in the next year, so
Yeah.
he would be 78.
Just
Okay.
yeah.
I was thinking he would be 77 because it was before his birthday, but no, it would be the next year, spring.
You know, I think Donald Trump.
So the point is, he'd still be 82 by the time he gets to the fucking office.
Yeah.
Well, how old is old
Senile.
Joe?
Sleepy Joe was.
Let's take
older
guesses.
than
Let's take
him.
guesses again. I think he is 74.
No, he's older than.
No,
No, it's 76.
He's
I'm-
78. He was.
I was
78.
gonna guess 78 actually.
He's 78.
Yeah.
Oh.
I knew one of them had to be 78.
Yeah.
I specifically remember that number, but I thought Joe Biden was like 80 and Donnie was 78, not 74.
I thought Trump was like 69.
Nice.
Oh, I heard the Sour Patch spit there.
The viscosity of my spit.
That's a spit that's spit that's going on your shoulder right there.
the spit that smiles back. Oh, spit.
All right, so back to our cities of Canada. That we get into a discussion when Brad was relaxing on the balcony, and
Take it in a perfectly average day.
yeah, the
Beautiful day.
most average day of the year so far, and
My perfect weather.
Jackson. Well, we'll ask him the cities
So-
first. No, we'll explain it after, so we can get his genuine. So, if
Well-
you were to say,
So last time, like when we talked about the cities last time, we were discussing like best places to live based on that McLean's rating.
yeah,
So we're just gonna ask you not anything to
no,
do with
what
like,
what are
that
the 10
list,
biggest
but
cities like most like you would know about?
What do you think of
Like-
when I
like
say
your
like
10 best
top
cities,
10
like-
cities
No,
in
just
Canada?
top 10 like
Like
to
Toronto,
anybody-
Vancouver, like Toronto, Vancouver, Calgary.
See, third. He's at third. Some girl. Okay, explain.
So I didn't really go in any particular.
We don't need any. But you hit the target right there.
So, watching season 3 of MasterChef Canada, me and Caitlin have been watching it like all the seasons recently, and this girl on there, she was doing her auditions and she's talking about like her food dreams and all that, and then she goes and it's like, yeah. And I want to represent my city. I want to put Calgary on the map. Like, what the fuck do you mean put Calgary on the map? It's already one of the most known places in Canada. It's like one of the places that's on the map, if any. I don't know what she's hallucinating or something. Like,
maybe she was on drugs.
I don't know.
From what I've heard about the old kitchen experience, I've heard that there's a lot of drugs that go around in kitchens. So there's a real possibility she maybe was feeling a little loose when she said that.
She could be a crackhead.
No, this is MasterChef Canada, not America.
No, I was doing okay.
That was a southern accent.
Shut you down.
I was doing my the leprechaun. I was talking with the leprechaun. The girl rolled up my car. She goes, "Could be a crackhead."
I went and rewatched that not long ago. It's so funny.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious.
Where to go at?
I want to know where to go at.
The best part is the fucking flutes and piece of staging.
God, dude.
It was my family without.
He said, it was passed down from my great grandfather from thousands of years ago. Like, what? Your great grandfather's a fucking wizard that lives 1,000 years? Like, what's going on?
Your great grandfather was a roofer.
No, he's the other ancient being that battles against the
leprechauns.
Yeah.
He's a leprechaun hunter.
Jesus. I'm pretty sure we've already had that discussion like twice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we have. It comes up. It always comes up. So, next.
Speaking of already having discussions twice, Luke loves to talk about the fucking batteries, but this time Brad brought it to the table, I think.
Nope.
Oh, no, it was Luke again?
No, Brad sent it to me, but I'm going to present it because,
Luke's battery guy.
I am the battery.
It was like a LeBron. It's
I am
our
LeBron
layup situation where I just threw it up to him, me being LeBron. A little role reversal.
I think Wade would be a bit more of a battery guy anyways.
Yeah, exactly. And then Luke will be slamming it down as the Wade. But
Luke slam dunk?
Yeah.
I don't know. Those two things don't really go together.
Yeah, fun fact, I didn't until like probably like 2 years ago. I didn't realize that the arm you shoot with in basketball, the same foot's supposed to be forward. So I used to put I'd shoot with my right hand back and have my left foot forward.
Not bad.
So
How do you even do that? Like,
I'm not very good at basketball. If there was any if I had to choose like a sport that I had to like beat somebody in a game and I got to live, basketball would be the last thing I'd play. Like I'd play sports I've never played before I did basketball because I know I'm bad at basketball. But yeah, I actually don't really know. You just sent me as like Line Electric's building some battery plant. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The article had a picture of a bus, maybe an electric bus, maybe using the diamond battery.
Ran by an AI.
What happens? Okay, you know how the diamond battery said it lasted like 27,000 years? What happens if you got that battery and then built a battery plant that ran off that battery? Because if it lasts that long,
you'd never really need a new one for a long.
But then you could like imagine the double A's you can make with that baby.
A lot.
Boom.
Then you would never have to change your Xbox controller batteries.
It's true.
But I use rechargeable anyways, so I'm already ahead of the game.
Same.
Very good. Next, one of our favorite guys. 2 people here said they'd love to be his puppet. Elon Musk.
Control me.
Welcome to the podcast, and today's guest appearance, Elon Musk.
Yes, hello. I can't do his accent. He has like the.
Yes, hello.
He has a South African accent. Yeah. Like it's kind of like I find it's almost a mix of French and British in a way.
Yeah, kind of.
Like it's a.
Before I ever heard him speak, like I thought he would sound like higher pitched than what he does.
Hi guys.
No, like I thought he would sound completely different, and then when I heard him talk, I was like, "Oh my god, this is what he sounds like." So yeah, it was surprising. So
Elon Musk now has to get all of his tweets cleared with a team of lawyers. Does not have free will in the old Twitterverse anymore.
Dude was on fire.
Honestly, does not surprise me. I feel like a lot of people lost a lot of money because Elon would take his Ambien and then hop on the old Twitter keyboard and
start throwing shit around.
You guys ever see that when they ask what he does to relax? He's like, take a couple of Ambien, have a glass of wine, and then you tweet and crash Bitcoin.
Imagine having that much. It's everyone else's fault for listening to him. So.
Imagine having that much power though that you tweet something and then people lose millions.
Yeah.
And you make millions. And he's like, yeah, I read this Doge thing. Doge goes up fucking 25 cents. Like, wild.
Must be nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And then 10-year-old paint. We'll let you introduce that one. Whoa.
Wait.
Oh.
If you can read it first.
So this is straight out of Florida. Thank goodness.
Perfect.
Figured we could build on the whole Florida man from a couple episodes ago. But so a 10-year-old is shot after man returns paintball fire with real gunfire. So you're probably thinking to yourself, like, what's your initial reaction when you hear
I'm
that?
thinking he probably had like a PTSD flashback type thing.
But like, start from the beginning. Why is the kid shooting paintballs?
Is it a kid?
Maybe like a delinquent, like shooting at shooting at targets.
We said Florida meth probably.
At his neighbors, like they have a fence in their backyard. He's shooting at targets along the fence. Some go over, hits the neighbor, maybe hits near him, and then he just gets like PTSD. Like,
and the neighbor gets out the 50 cal machine gun and goes, well.
Well, this is what happened.
Oh, great.
Michael Williams, 26, told Opelika police his son begged him to drive by a home where young people were gathered Sunday night so he could fire his paintball gun out the window, according to police. Williams, he said he wanted to do a drive-by.
Oh my God.
Williams, so the father agrees to it. Williams Williams drove by the home as his son fired off several rounds. The homeowner confused the paintball gun for real gunfire, telling police, and he thought his family was being attacked. So he fired one shot, which struck the child, okay? The 10-year-old who shoots his paintball gun. Now, this is where it takes an even bigger fucking twist. The boy then lost his balance and was run over by his father's vehicle. What the fuck?
How does that work?
Was he like hanging out the window or something?
But how does the kid fall out a window and then get run over? Unless the kid fell underneath.
Yeah, see, that's what my guess. Like my guess was that he shot. He was hanging out the window, got shot, fell out. Dad's reaction: gunfire, drive away. Kid falls out when he gets shot though. Boom, runs him over. Apparently he's in hospital and just recovering, but.
Oh my God.
Like, what do you mean?
That is Florida as fuck. That is exactly. I picture that happens every day in Florida, to be honest. Yeah. Like, what kind of person's like, yeah, son, let's go do a fucking drive-by?
No. His son went up to his dad and said, I want to do a drive-by.
Yeah, but like, what dad
just goes, yeah, well, fuck yeah, we'll do it, son.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
That's all these video games.
Turns out he doesn't even know the people they fucking drove by. And he's just like, I just saw a gathering down the street.
You wanted to fuck some people up.
It's all these video games promoting violence towards little kids.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's fucking Fortnite and Minecraft.
Playing Mafia, they think they can just go do drive-bys all the time.
You can't?
But, I mean, now that we're on the topic...
In the States, you can, probably.
Yeah.
Now that we're on the topic of Florida, though, I think it's the perfect time to go to.
Yeah, I was actually going to make that segue
odd
too,
news.
Dude.
Fox News, odd news, baby.
Fox News,
and actually, we'll start it off with...
A Florida?
A little Florida incident.
We don't have to travel far to see this next article.
Stay right in the same state, folks. Woman found naked in Florida storm drain.
The next street over.
Probably.
Looks like this. It's just every day, man. Every day.
Woman found naked in Florida storm drain is rescued again.
Again.
So the
secret underground lizard orgies.
It was Pennywise. He pulled her down.
No, dude.
Georgie.
Underground orgies.
Pulling her down.
It's definitely a thing
into the sewers.
Sewer orgies. Big time.
I could see it. How do you get an invitation to a sewer orgy, though?
You gotta know the right people.
You gotta be within...
You have to speak people. Lizard.
I gotta go, you guys. I got somewhere to be.
You see a hop down a fucking manhole.
You guys just watch me leave, and like I walk by my car, like, where the fuck's he going? I just like
so now you
jump into the manhole,
like like Flat Stanley, so you can fit through the grate. You're like,
that'd be kind of fun. Yeah, speaking of fun, bodybuilder who wed 2 sex dolls is now open to dating humans.
I'm pretty sure I've seen. Yeah. Is it the same guy?
The same guy. I've seen it like a couple of years ago, maybe a year or 2 ago.
2 wives, dude's living the dream.
2 plastic wives? I don't know about that.
Does 2 plastic wives convert to 1 real wife?
You can't marry an inanimate object, so I mean...
I think I could.
Nope. Pretty sure I mean, it might be legal in Florida, I suppose.
I feel like if there's any place that it's legal, it's Florida.
Go down to Vegas, marry your sex doll?
That's interesting that he's like... Imagine if he's like messaging people and they're like, you know, he's into like the, what is it, like thruples and quadruples. He like he's messaging some
swingers, they're swinging.
No, but like he's messaging some new girl on something. He's like, oh,
that'd be the ultimate fuck you.
And she's like, but he's like, do you want to come into our marriage? I already have 2 wives. We're looking for a 3rd. And then like this girl's like, oh, I'm interested. Sure, let's go on a date. She shows up. It's this dude sitting at a table with 2 fucking plastic dolls at the table.
It's like he has it set up as like a tea party, and he's like going crazy, like, hello, welcome to our tea party.
Even better, they're part of like a swingers community, and he has like his ads, like, yeah, like, come swap wives with me.
2 beautiful wives.
Talking about his 2 wives.
I'll do a 2 for 1, he says.
This other couple shows up. He takes the guy's girl into his room or whatever, and then the guy just walks in, and there's just 2 fucking sex dolls sitting there.
I've been tricked.
I've been bamboozled.
Don't worry, I cleaned them.
It's Mirage. It's Mirage. You've been bamboozled.
Speaking of being bamboozled,
that's one of the dolls. It doesn't specify the dolls. It actually is Mirage. Yeah. One of them. The other one's like SpongeBob or something. Like.
Speaking of being bamboozled, New York driver accused of passing off mask as passenger in HOV lane. So like the carpool lanes and stuff. He put like he put a mask, like he put this like mask around his headrest, so it would look like there's more people in the car than there actually was.
That's
so
smart.
Get away with driving in
the
lane.
I gotta respect that. That's he shot his shot.
That's someone.
I bet he. You know what the thing is? He just finally got caught. He's probably been doing that for years.
That's someone who thinks outside of the box.
Yeah, really is. Really.
Next one is a plague of ravenous, destructive mice tormenting Australians.
Are they
not bad?
Are they like the king rat?
Oh, the rat kings. Oh, those are nasty.
King, maybe.
I Mouse King. That last episode.
Mouse King.
You know what they should do to fix that?
Pesticides.
Lots of cats.
Lots of cats.
Yeah.
Hey, Groot Loki, you guys want to go on a trip?
No.
Groot Loki are signing up as volunteers to take the mice pandemic in Australia.
They have a cat draft, like a war draft. It's just like you get a letter, it's like one of your cats has been drafted for the mice war.
Loki just can't go because of his ailments.
But
so Loki's just leaving and Groot's crying as he goes away.
They have to get cat tags.
To the dog tags.
Yeah. Imagine how shitty that travel would be, though. There's like 100 cats in kennels on an airplane. Like...
Oh my god. The pilot's just up there.
Sneezing.
Oh my god, how the fuck did I get this job?
I think we just came up with a new movie idea.
Perfect. It can go right along with my other one, that hitchhiker serial killer.
We'll call this Viet Meow. Viet Cat. I don't know.
Viet
games. Or Al Qaeda. I don't know. What are other groups we can make puns of with cats?
Speaking of gas, former Pentagon insider shunned for blowing Speaking of gas, former Pentagon insider shunned for blowing whistle on UFOs.
Well, that news organization is obviously idiots because it's not UFOs anymore. We've been over that. It's
the Russians.
What? No, I thought it was what's the new term instead of UFO?
Oh.
Yeah, idiots. Russians. Cold War. Are you 70?
Fucking Ruskies.
I've been living in fear my whole life.
Yeah. Aliens. Jackson's like, Russians.
Anything happens in the world, the tree falls in his backyard, the fucking Russians.
It's the goddamn alien threat.
right. Well, is that all of the Fox News on news?
Yeah, that's solid.
This is still pretty Florida-esque. Actually, isn't he? I'm pretty sure he's. Oh no, he's from. Where's Philadelphia and Pittsburgh in?
Pennsylvania.
He's from
West
Pennsylvania.
Philadelphia, born and raised.
Bam Margera, Jackass star, former professional skateboarder. He's been going down a bit of a rough path. He got kicked off of Jackass 4, and it came out that Jeff Tremaine, the director and lead creator of Jackass, if you've watched him, he's in them as well.
I didn't know there were 4.
This is the 4th one that they're filming.
Oh, I thought there was only 2.
No, there's 1, 2, 2.5, 3,
one.
and 3.5. Oh, you should watch all of them. They're funny. But Bam Margera, he's definitely drinking a couple pops here or there. But basically, Jeff Tremaine had to officially get a restraining order from Bam Margera because Bam Margera was texting him and saying, "I'm gonna fucking kill you, Jeff Tremaine," and all this. So, yeah, that's unfortunate because back in the day, he was definitely my favorite person on Jackass.
Yeah, definitely top.
He's in the top 3.
Easily.
Him, Steve-O, and I don't know. Chris Pontius is pretty funny.
Yeah, I was just say he always comes through.
He's actually a pretty cool guy too. Like Steve-O has a podcast,
Yeah.
and Pontius was on it, and he's exactly what you kind of imagine. I liked all of them. Dave England was funny too.
They were all funny.
It's interesting though that at this point, especially with at the end of 2, where Steve-O is going down, that where Steve-O is today. Because I would say Steve-O is by far the most successful of all of them.
He's done really well for himself.
But it's I don't know. It sucks, but
maybe he'll figure it out. You never know.
there was actually a thing that Bam was gonna make a rival movie to Jackass, and he started to GoFundMe for it, and then a bunch of people donated money, and then he's just not filming the film. He just took the money.
Oh, greasy.
Yeah,
he's gonna get even more hate for that.
Oh, I think he's at the point. I don't even think he's at the point of getting hate now. I think it's just people feel bad for the guy at this point. Really.
Yeah.
But then NASA.
Going back to the
going right from Bam Margera to NASA. This is
space, baby.
They're very related.
But maybe they can here. Let's think. How can we relate these two? Bam. Jackass.
Stuff in NASA goes bam sometimes. Boom, blows up.
So, a couple things gone probably boom in NASA, I'd say.
Yeah. You ever hear about the person that got in trouble because they
went boom in NASA?
Sort of. It definitely is a euphemism for it. They had all the moon rocks in a room, and some guy that worked there brought his girlfriend in, and they had sex on the moon rocks. And then he went to jail because it was fucking.
Probably not great.
But that's basically having sex on the moon.
Why? Just because he fucked in the office?
Because
who said it was legal to fuck on moon rocks? Huh?
Yeah, that's fair.
Show me the
fucking.
fucking.
Because it's classified material and something to do with that.
And I think after people have fucked on moon rocks, you don't have as much science stuff left on there. But it's is there fucking?
There's cum on the moon.
Is that Daryl's ass sweat? Or is that them sort of liquid?
We know the moon sweats.
Are these microbes or is this Daryl's cum?
We don't know.
So yeah, NASA, they're sending for the first time in 30 years probes to Venus.
That's
Dude,
awesome.
You're gonna probe my what?
Uranus.
Well, what the fuck, bro?
Whoa. It's Uranus.
Cut that, man. What the fuck?
Uranus.
But yeah, that's kind of cool. Venus is just gas, isn't it? No, wait, Venus isn't gas. Venus is just super fucking
gas master.
Yeah. What's that supposed to mean? No, because Venus is close to us. Isn't Venus? Yeah.
Yeah, it goes Mercury, then Venus.
Venus, Earth, Mars. Venus is just a lot more toxic than Mars because it gets it has way more extremes. It's super fucking hot and then super fucking cold on Venus. It's not a gas giant. But yeah, I think that's kind of cool. I think Venus is a little too fucked that we're ever gonna be able to really do anything there. I think Mars is kind of our. Yeah. Mars is
our home away from home, huh?
Yeah.
We are.
It's where we go to get more cars.
Yeah.
We're definitely not going to be colonizing Venus. It's way too hot.
Not in the foreseeable future, for sure.
Not until we can somehow make a heat shield.
Well, we made
about 40 years.
Apparently we made a sun. So could we make an anti-sun that's like a really cold sphere, maybe.
And then one day it breaks down and everyone burns and dies.
A black hole.
There's another movie idea. Holy shit.
How to Save the World, Venus. It's Venus edition.
And then our final topic.
Oh, great.
Leo Snilgers Lee.
So yeah, if you guys haven't heard of Leo Snilgers Lee before.
Or Soil Gores, or Soilgers. We still haven't decided how to pronounce that middle name there.
This was the last topic.
This is basically what drove the Instagram picture, I think, is this one, really. It is 100 soldiers in leg.
100 soldiers leg. Yeah. Basically, it was talking about how these Australian soldiers were seen drinking out of Afghan man's prosthetic leg.
As one would do.
In a bar on their base in Afghan.
That's pretty fucked.
I wonder, like,
what
how
is
they
the story?
acquired the leg.
I think I know exactly how they acquired the leg,
Looting.
unfortunately.
Probably not the most civil way, I'd assume.
I'm gonna guess not. Where was this?
Afghanistan.
Yeah, so I wonder what an Afghanistan prosthetic leg is like.
Probably just like a normal prosthetic leg.
Do you think they have like the fancy like 3D printed ones that people?
Probably not that high tech, but like
So
probably
not the
just
same
like
ones as we have here,
plastic and whatever.
Definitely cuppish.
Yeah.
Did it say what they were drinking out of it?
Nah, I'm assuming beer.
Yeah, fair.
I feel
They were celebrating their spoils of war.
Yeah, guys, look what we've gained. A
It's like
leg.
Drinking out of the boot when you win a game or something. Drinking out of the cup. That leg is their cup.
Yeah, something like that. Speaking of drinking out of boots, have you guys ever? There's I think it's a German thing. We did it one time with Jarrett. Me, Ben, and Jarrett got wasted, and it's like this huge boat. Fuck, here we go. It's this huge boot, and you fill it with I think it's fit 6 beers or something stupid. Anyways, you do this whole thing where you gotta slap the boot, do a little chant, and do some shit with your elbows on the table and slam your fist, and you just tilt it back and drink as much as you possibly can. And then when you get rid of it, you have to do a reverse fucking chant.
Is it
and,
an actual
pass it
boot
along.
or
It's
is it
a
glass?
big glass boot. Yeah.
There was a rugby club I played some games with. They used to make people when they got their first try drink a beer through their cleat that they
Ben
just
was,
wore
Ben
the
was
whole.
telling me about it.
Yeah, you have to wear the cleat that you just wore for a fucking, game, and then you can get to drink a beer through it. So
I remember one time in hockey, we won a tournament or something, and we all poured our waters and Gatorades into the cup and made a swamp water and all drank out of it after. It was kind of gross, but
That sounds cool.
yeah.
no alcohol involved, so it's just weird.
And someone had mono too, so it was even.
That's when things got really interesting.
Gross.
Next thing you know, everybody had cold sores. But yeah, I think that's it for this week, really. What are we at?
Honest, do you have any topics to contribute, Jackson, this week? Or
I
do you have
already-
anything?
My
Oh yeah, cities of Canada.
I did
Was
have
there anything
one,
else that you wanted?
actually.
Oh, yeah.
that I forgot to write down.
There we go.
1 second.
You're welcome.
Costing us.
I just thought Luke would have remembered to write it down. I always.
Why is it always my way? Why is it always my way? Every time it's me.
I can't rely on Luke.
Well, I expected you to fix the mic that I set up.
I didn't
Technically,
set it
set it
up.
up. He just,
I just
set it in there.
Put it together.
Yeah, but if it's in the stage.
I didn't set it up. I just put it together.
you have to get it situated how you want it.
Yeah, okay.
But okay, so
That's like if you were
okay.
sleeping on a couch and he threw you a pillow and a blanket.
Riley sent this to the
Make you
group
bed.
last week sometime. Show it to Riley, and it's Mexico's drug cartels are hunting down police and killing them in their homes.
That was fucked. I remember we were about to go
I have something to
golfing,
add
I read
on
that,
to
that
it
was
too,
fucked.
real quick too. Apparently, there was 34 politicians in the last month and a half killed in Mexico as well
Yeah.
that were opposing the cartel.
That's crazy. I thought the corruption was bad before, but it just seems to be ramping up even more now.
I think the cartel basically runs that country at this point.
100%.
I wouldn't know if I'd even use the word basically.
Yeah.
They just do.
Yeah. To make people.
Another podcast I
fear.
listened to, they were talking about one of them went down to Mexico to scout out locations for their wedding, and you can go to these Mexico pharmacies. Anybody goes into them, and you go in, and it's not like a pharmacy here. Every drug you'd ever need. He's like, yeah, I went in. There was painkillers. There was Xanax.
Drinks.
Yeah, there was everything. And then he's like, and then there was what really piqued my intrigue. There was steroids everywhere too.
Ketamine.
Oh, have you ever seen the Mr. Krabs?
Yeah, I was just saying about that. The Mr. Krabs are ketamine.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
I'll have to look that one up after.
Oh, it's a good meme.
It's on the Penguins
Yeah.
channel.
Mr. Krabs dies from a ketamine overdose.
That pretty much wraps up this week. There wasn't really much going on.
Yeah, it was a dead week in the news, but we're gonna have tons of hockey stuff, so.
Yeah.
If you guys ever see anything interesting or funny that you'd like us to talk about, just send us
wait, you know what? We do have to go over one more thing. Oh, I know people haven't watched it, so we'll just give some we do got to talk about it.
Say.
Yeah, even though you guys haven't watched it, we're still going to talk about it because it's fucking hilarious. And maybe this will intrigue you guys into watching it.
Just give a little. Try not to spoil too much.
Yeah, just the hot. Like Brad gave us a good teaser of to get us into the show. Really, I think. Like,
yeah, he told us that one of the cast members killed themselves after
allegedly.
The show.
It was a drug. I'm pretty sure it was a drug overdose.
Yeah, I think it was more drugs, but.
Yeah, and then there's like the other girl that had to fucking leave Australia, but she was getting harassed so much for like the show.
Her nose looked.
Because it's what the show made her do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the show
fuck
made me
you.
be a complete fucking asshole.
Yeah, she was a dink.
I'm in the top 1% of reviewers. Not even people that have been reviewed.
No,
reviewers.
I just give my opinion so much and think I'm important.
Yeah.
I give my opinion so much. TripAdvisor decided to fucking make me feel even better about myself.
The worst part is though is there's people at the houseboat and they don't live like close to the boat, and she lies.
That was so annoying. I was so like pissed at that one.
She was literally like, "There's no hot water," and everybody else on the boat is like, "Yeah, there's tons of hot water. It's actually really hot." She goes, "Well, I'm gonna call and get them to come back and fix it." She calls them. They come back, and then they're like, "Yeah, the hot water's not working." They go and check. The hot water's working. And she's like, "Oh well, other people had more complaints." And then there's just like an awkward silence.
Crickets, like,
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "No, like we didn't have any complaints at all."
And surprisingly, the brother and sister that owned the boat weren't very pleased with that.
Yeah. And they were so nice too. Like
they were out of that group. They were
yeah.
them, and then like the
Terry and Anita.
Yeah, yeah. And then like the people, the girl, like her partner, like broke the boat.
Yeah. Broke one of the engines.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking what's his name?
Sturt.
Yeah, so like the rich guy, he like that used his parents' house. He did an AMA on Reddit, and he was talking about like, I guess the producers did kind of poke them to like not like right at the beginning, but once they had kind of like their personality, and they would try to get them to amp it up a little bit. But he said apparently like Sturt actually was like a pretty cool guy, but like the other girl was
exactly how she was
depicted. Yeah,
depicted.
exactly how she's depicted. But he said Sturt's actually like not a bad guy. So
yeah, you can kind of see that too in points where like he was like going along with it and having fun.
What drove me crazy is the way that girl said his name was Mikey or whatever.
Yeah.
Mikey.
Oh, it was terrible.
Mike's one of the house.
Yeah.
That would have drove me fucking crazy after like one episode.
I literally would have been like, "You gotta stop." Like, please.
Yeah,
they liked
you want.
They liked boozing, and they fucking like they just cut out of like one of the things they're like they have to do. They're like, "No, we'll just go drink at a bar."
Yeah.
And then they spilled that fucking wine all over somebody's bed and tried to hide it, and then ruined the sheet even more.
They were pretty. It was Terry and Anita's.
They were a bit.
No, it wasn't. Sorry, it wasn't them. It was.
Yeah, it was.
No, it was Simon and Lynn.
What's her name?
Lynn and Simon.
Lynn and Simon.
Yeah, they were a bit eccentric, but
I liked them,
but they were a bit fucking.
They were.
I liked
swingers, perhaps.
Well, he talks about how he has a girlfriend, but that's his like friend.
Yeah, and then she like blatantly is like, hopefully you guys break up or something like.
I mean, they're like showering together. That was fucked. Really weird.
I don't know.
I wonder if they approached anybody else on the show. I was like, so,
you guys want to hop in that outdoor shower with us?
Oh, we have the king med.
fits 4 comfortably.
Oh, you're complaining about sleeping on the couch. Imagine if they did different like combinations though. Like, what group in the first that you put into the second could have made it even more fucked?
I think if you literally took it,
If you put Babe and Bondi with Mikey and Shay.
okay, so I think you could literally make like one group that's like actual
Horrible.
wholesome, like people who actually care about the competition and like play it correctly, and then you could have another season filled with just
Illogical.
yeah,
Like,
because you could have put
Playing it as a game.
because you could have
They
put
just don't
Leroy
fucking-
and what's his name in there too.
Leroy and
but
Brent.
I honestly
They
no.
could-
I think they were
I
still
like
like
them.
sensible though. Like,
Yeah,
I think,
but they would have added way more drama with that
yeah.
other group. That's if you had Mikey and Shay, and then Pignose and Steert, and then
Babe and Bondi.
Babe and
Bondi.
Bondi, Leroy and what's his name,
Leroy
and
and
then
Brent.
added in like someone else.
I'm trying to think
Who
of
was
it.
else
There
kind
was-
of like, yeah, there was no one else that was like, oh, maybe even that younger couple was kind of.
No, put what's his name from the second season, Gene.
Gene. Oh yeah, big time Gene. Yeah, that would literally be the ultimate one. Like that'd be a good 5 groups, and then you take the rest of them. And
That
put them
would
in
be
different
a
one.
shit show. That would have actually been
My
like
thing with Gene, like, Gene, half the time I was like, oh yeah, this guy, like, well,
Pretentious
he
as fuck.
always, like, rated, like, correctly. Like, he always,
That's yeah. I
was
think
good
the
with
thing is
that.
though, the second season, I think they put a lot. Like they realized that there was a way that people
Like,
could play the game because
yeah.
like Mike and what's her
yeah,
name.
rating your guests a 2.
Yeah, so they got rid of that, but like I think it would have been hilarious to have Gene in there with them because he would have just not
He would
given
have
a
just
fuck.
told them straight up, like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I would have loved to
Where's
see.
your bidet?
I would have loved to see him interact with Shay and Mike.
Oh yeah.
That would be fun.
I'm
They
telling you, that
probably
would
get
be like the
along,
ultimate-
though, somehow.
That would be the ultimate 5 groups. Like if you could do like a third season is just like a fucking
All-Stars.
That's
like an
tough.
all-star season. Just take those 5 groups and throw them back.
You know what group I think would have got along really well is the people that lived underground in the second season, and then the people that owned the garage.
Mark.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mark was my favorite character in the whole thing.
Mark.
Character. He's not even a character. He's my favorite person. He is kind
He's
of
the
a character,
mullet though, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other guy had like the fucking huge ass, like fucking.
Cool
The
beard.
Brad beard.
It would have been wild though if they. I think they would have been, but they were more like boring, I guess, in a way.
The people who lived underground they somehow thought that their place was way nicer than every other place.
I think the
They're
thing
like,
was is their place was unique though.
Yeah.
we're
It's like-
used to living secluded underground. We don't like these big open.
That they're like
you
a-
don't like one of the
What
the
do you
Gold Coast.
what do you mean a penthouse is nicer than living in a fucking cave?
What do you mean a 290-degree view of the ocean
I think
is nicer than looking out into the desert sands of the Australian outback?
Gene's place was really nice, so
Yeah.
like I think that they did shit on it more than they should have. Like they're like, oh, the wall color, like that doesn't like that was. I mean, definitely a swinger house, 100% swinger house.
Clothes optional.
Clothes option, and then like the bathrooms are open. All that, like 100%.
You see the shower room?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There was like, there's a chessboard in there. like what?
There was a painting easel in there too.
Yeah, literally, his
Well,
shower
what about
was literally the size of your living room.
What about the fucking the bathroom that had like the slants that you could see into
Yeah.
and Mark and Anita's?
Yeah, that was fucked.
Oh, you mean the one from the first season?
Yeah, the second
The
group
Peak-
first. Yeah, Peekaloo.
Peekaloo.
Yeah, this place, but especially like
spoilers.
oh,
Spoiler alert.
but the transformation they did, like the backyard, how they changed it. Mikey's like, yeah, fuck this, I'm not sleeping with Shay, I'm gonna sleep
Yeah.
outside. But it was good. I think the funniest thing in the first season though is Brett and Leroy going on about how nice their place is, and then the expert comes in, they're like, what
Tears
the
it up.
yeah, they're like,
hard.
what the fuck is this? Like, yeah.
It was a little over decorated.
It was.
It was still
a nice. It was a
though,
nice
like, it was
area.
really
Like,
nice.
in the,
It was like it'd be like something like
It's
you re-
basically if you rented like Sturt's and Pignose's
but
house, like,
theirs was a way
That
better
was the
location.
best.
Actually,
that was the best when she was going on about how it was like one of the top
yeah,
subdivisions.
she said it's the
there was
number 3
suburbs to live
suburb in Australia, and then the judge comes in, she's like, actually, it's 328 out of 335 or whatever it is.
Oh, that was awesome.
And then like
everyone's
imagine,
just like, oh.
and it's like, what is there to do?
I would have literally lost it laughing at that point. I would have lost it.
And then they're like, what is there to do? Oh, you can go bird watching. Oh, that sounds amazing. Okay, you have to go through a sewage plant.
Factory.
You have to go on a 3-hour tour of a sewage plant.
And then you get to see a bunch of seagulls.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, go to our wildlife facility.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it doesn't look like a wildlife facility to me. It's more like a waste management facility. But
It was cool. I thought it was an interesting show.
yeah, it was a good watch.
Lots of
competition show.
I honestly think Australia has the best reality TV. I've never seen an Australian reality TV show that was bad.
No.
Love Island Australia, better than other Love Islands, 100%. I've only ever watched Love Island Australia fully. I've watched like 1 or 2 episodes of other ones. And
I don't really watch TV, so
what? You just said you've been watching all of MasterChef.
yeah, when I eat supper. But
Well,
other than
it doesn't.
that,
You're not watching TV.
I
if
don't
you're
like
eating at the
binge
same-
watch shows and stuff like that. Like, I don't watch shows on my free time.
You're so quirky.
I love it. You're a mystery to me, and I just can't explain it.
Alright, I think that is actually it for this week now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so couple spoilers in there, but give it a watch. It's interesting. It'll keep you entertained,
Well,
keep you on your feet.
wait.
So-
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wasn't sure.
On TV?
No, I watched on my phone, so it doesn't count.
It's true.
I don't actually have like cable or satellite or whatever.
Good thing it's on
Whatever you
Netflix.
watch anymore. Like the actual TV, like the channels, I don't get that. So
Only reason I have it is with my internet package, and I want to watch hockey and
Yeah.
UFC. I've never watched anything but sports on my TV.
well, that's it for this week. Make sure if you're not already, go follow us on Instagram. You
Don't
can
forget
check
about the
out
hockey.
all our links there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget we're doing hockey talk after this. So if you like it, stay around.
If you don't
If you
like
don't-
it, still stay around.
You can leave.
No.
You must stay.
But yeah, so that's it for this week.
Yeah. Thanks everybody.
Thank you for your time.
Zero piece.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Zero piece.
Bye.
Bye.
0 piece.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Time for the hockey talk.
Yay.
Welcome, everybody.
It's hockey time, as always. Most sought after part after Fox News Odd News, obviously.
I think our intro is actually the best part.
It's just
Where we have to
downhill after the first
Talk
minute.
about food.
It's true. We didn't even talk about food this week. I had DQ on my way here.
Not bad. I had
We're bringing the food talk to the
Okay,
hockey
we
talk.
don't need to talk about food. I think people
You
probably
said
don't
you had
care.
peanut
I
butter?
had peanut butter and jam on an English muffin.
Ooh, you know what you should try? Fluff and peanut butter.
Yeah, I know it's deadly, but
It's good. Anyways, hockey.
I've gotten the fluff in years.
Well, let's start with goodbye, Maple Leafs. Too bad. Have
I
fun.
don't know how they
Please.
lost to the Canadians, but
Just being a shitty hockey team.
Just being bad, that's all.
Yeah.
Well, hot goaltender. And lack production from their star forwards.
One star forward could be considered a mental midget, probably. Maybe.
You know what I found funny is that when people are like, if Toronto loses this series, what should they do? And then all the Toronto fans are like, trade away William Nylander. We don't need him.
He
Trade
did the
him
best
away."
out of-
He was the only one that fucking scored points.
And he's on the best contract really out of everybody on there. I've seen people calling they want to get rid of Mariner.
Yeah, now after they lost the series, they want to get rid of Marner. Why? Because he didn't score a goal. He still had the same amount of points as Matthews.
Yeah,
They both had 4 points.
I think it's
Neither of
just-
them played great. Neither of them played bad. It's just
why
sometimes.
would you get rid of like your young?
Yeah, they're
developing
not.
guys?
That's the
Like,
thing. They're not
that doesn't
going
make
to.
any
Like, it
sense.
just wouldn't make any sense at all.
And I don't know. The only people I think
That's
that would
literally
pick
your
up, I've
core
seen.
for
Here's
years.
the best one that I saw though. They should just expose him to Seattle and just let Seattle take him. What?
Let him fucking just go.
Yeah, don't get any return for Mitch Mariner.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Not even worth that.
Yeah, we couldn't get like a first round pick and a couple prospects easily from that, but hey,
Yeah, or you know what I mean, like
like a very competent defenseman or
something cool.
another
No,
forward.
they never want defense. They
No.
never look for defense.
No, let's just give him away to Seattle. He's their problem now. He is a terrible hockey player.
We don't need any defense. We just need 6 forwards.
But it is
on
true.
the ice.
He definitely does need to shoot more instead of looking for the pass because it kind of turns him to like one dimensional.
But I think he's underrated in his defense. Like,
I think he's a good player. I found this playoff series like there's times he didn't shoot. He maybe should.
I think he just needs to have one good playoffs, and then he'll be past it. I think he just still had,
well, it's not even like Matthews didn't have a great. He had a goal and 3 assists, and Marner had 4 assists. Like
Matthews took a stupid amount of shots too. Like
I said, like it's just a hot goalie. Carey Price played.
You can't really be that angry when Carey Price is the fucking goalie and he's going off. That was prime Carey Price level of goaltending.
That was the playoff Carey Price that they've needed just later than expected.
I think they could ride him out of the North, dude. Like, I think they could make it to the Final Four. I like Winnipeg, but I could see Montreal taking it still.
Well, I guess, do you want to open up with that one then? The Montreal-Winnipeg series, since we're already on the topic.
Well, what happened or what we think...
Well, we can talk about what happened last night if you wanted.
What was his name? Something Evans?
Yeah, Jake Evans.
Jake Evans got demolished by Mark Scheifele.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of controversy.
Like, it wasn't like the hit itself wasn't overly, like, I don't want to say, like, dirty, but
I think
he, like, made contact, shoulder, and then where Evans is smaller, Scheifele's coming in, like, obviously his head's going to ride up, but, like, it's just the meaning. Like, there's no need to make that hit.
But I've heard other people say it's like Scheifele might have felt that's the, if he got there half a second quicker,
maybe
he would have stopped. He would have stopped the goal if he hit him.
Yeah,
maybe. So it's.
I mean, when the game's happening at that speed, right? Like, it's hard to tell.
And then people slow it down to frame by frame. It's like you can't judge somebody on that because it happens.
Your thought process it's so quick. It's either you do it or you don't. And sometimes instinct just takes over.
I think the big difference, if Evans didn't get taken off the ice on a stretcher, everything would have been fine.
Yeah.
It's just once somebody gets hurt, there has to be
something.
Consequence.
So it'll be interesting to see what they give him. Apparently, it's supposed to be
five.
5. Yeah, 5 max.
I'm gonna guess 1.
You think
1 or 2?
2. Probably 2.
Because what the suspension will be over is charging.
Yeah.
It's not head contact. It's charging.
They could also go through, like, try to pull some sort of intent to injure thing out there.
But I think they haven't talked about it.
Like, what pisses me off is that Ryan Reeves got 2 games.
Yeah, but his wasn't.
What do you mean? He literally grabbed Ryan Graves, pulled hair out of his head.
Oh, I thought you meant that he shouldn't have gotten the suspension.
No, he should have gotten
more.
Like,
yeah.
People want to bring up the whole, like, people are so quick to bring up the repeat offender thing with Nazem Kadri about something that happened like 2-3 years ago in the playoffs. They're like, oh, Kadri's so bad in the playoffs. Like, yeah, he did something 3 years ago. Well, Ryan Reeves has been a repeat offender in that time frame alone since Kadri's last incident in the playoffs. How many times has Reeves been on, like, done something sketchy where he probably should have got suspended but didn't? Or how many times have he been suspended or fined in that time frame? Like,
yeah.
How can you pull out the repeat offender card and then give Ryan? Because
Ryan Reeves is a shitty player, so nobody can. Well, he's not shitty, but he's not Nazem Kadri. He's not Mark Scheifele. Like, does losing Ryan Reeves really affect Vegas that much?
Not really. But all it did was give a younger player an opportunity to
probably
play.
A better player an opportunity to
more skill, honestly.
Yeah, so it's. I thought it was hilarious. Evander Kane tweeted.
Yeah,
he's like, instead of suspension, they should be forced to make him play 20 minutes a night for the rest of the series.
I thought that was awesome. And it's Vegas would lose. They would be more. They would be more. They'd be worse off if they made them have, like, if you had to play 20 minutes a game.
Oh, easy.
But yeah, so we're on the topic of Montreal and Winnipeg.
I think we might as well do our predictions. Winnipeg in 4.
Honestly,
Did Winnipeg win the first game?
No, Montreal won last night. But honestly, like, I was thinking, like, I thought I'd take Winnipeg in 6. But after watching that game last night in Montreal, like, there just seemed to be fucking. Like,
we really should have done predictions before, because now we're gonna be biased.
It's now skewed.
I just hate Montreal, so.
I guess we did last week though.
Yeah, we said
gave like a
what if
thing.
I don't even know why. I just, like, even their jerseys, I just find them so ugly. And like,
you say Montreal?
Yeah, I just hate Montreal. Like, I don't know why, but
during one of the games, a bunch of us in our group chat were like talking back and forth during the game, and I had said, and I thought it was hilarious, I never thought all of us would be in a group chat cheering on the Montreal Canadiens, because I want Winnipeg to win. I don't like Montreal either, but hate Toronto. So
I
it
don't
was,
hate Toronto.
It was the old like enemy of my enemy is my friend type thing. I wanted Montreal to win. Thank God.
I think Montreal could steal us. I think it's either going to be like my original. I'll stick with my original prediction, which was Winnipeg in 6. But I wouldn't be surprised if Montreal won it in 6.
I think a big factor is going to be how long Scheifele's out for.
Yeah.
If Scheifele's out 2 games.
That could be a big difference.
They don't really have another like.
Is he their captain now, or is he just
Blake Wheeler's their captain? But he's by far their best center. Like what other like. They don't really have any other skilled centers. They have more like shutdown centers.
Exactly. So I mean, there'll probably be some guys that are going to get a chance in the lineup, but it'll be interesting to see.
Because like, who do you put at first line center at that point? Like Adam Lowry? Like, is that?
Yeah, honestly, I couldn't tell you.
I don't know who you move up at that point, or do you shift somebody to center?
Yeah, that's what.
Because I think Kyle Connor can play center.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know Blake Wheeler.
Oh, Pierre-Luc Dubois is on that team.
Well, he hasn't really been. He hasn't really.
But he's at least a competent center, though. I think he'll definitely be first line.
Yeah, maybe it'll change things up for him. I don't know. He hasn't been super hot since.
They can hit me up. I can go.
You
take
go
some
play
face-offs for them.
I think it's hard to judge Laine and Dubois this year because it was just a weird year in not getting to like get the true flow.
Yeah.
Mixed with how the COVID and all this. Like I think next year is gonna be a way different year for them.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it pans out.
Speaking of Laine, though. Columbus Blue Jackets, Seth Jones says
he wants out.
So they're saying that 100%. I mean, they have to. He's already said it, that they're probably gonna trade him this summer.
Yeah.
Who could you see picking up Seth Jones? He's on a good contract, $5.6 million.
Kraken.
The Kraken. I could.
It depends on what they want.
Yeah. Well, I think what it's gonna be though is it's gonna be a playoff team's gonna pick him up at that price point.
Yeah, but that's what it comes to. Like, it depends on like. Who's gonna give up what? What are they gonna want in return? Is Columbus gonna say fuck it? Let's start.
Like they're going to trade him. There's no.
But I'm saying it depends on what they want and if they want to do like a quick rebuild, or are they gonna just say like let's start from the bottom and start over again, or they like let's just get him their like good defenseman in return. And
I think Buffalo's gonna pick him up and just ruin his career.
You know who would be wild? Well, he has a modified no trade clause though that he gets to choose 10 teams that he doesn't go to. You know who'd actually be a sneaky good team to pick him up, though? The Capitals.
You think?
That'd be filthy. And I feel like they have enough stuff that they could probably trade him and not.
Maybe, but they're going to have to...
But the thing, too, is, like, the team that's going to trade for him is going to want him to sign there, too, most likely. So
that's the thing, though, too. Like, he's going to want more money than what he's making now.
He's probably around a $9 million, I'd say.
Ovi's contract's coming up, too. So
they're going to trade Ovi?
I think I could see Ovi taking a cut though,
yeah,
honestly, you never know. Ovi
could go somewhere else. Yeah, he could. I think he said he wants to stay in Washington.
Oh, okay.
But I think they might.
He's been there his whole career.
But I could see Ovi also being like, "Fuck it, I've made so much money."
Yeah, He doesn't really care.
Why not get more? If I sign, imagine I signed like a $1 million contract. I've always wondered that, like, why hasn't somebody done that for like 1 year? Obviously money.
All right, so just to wrap it up, we'll go over where everyone's at right now in their series. So we'll start with the Bruins and Islanders. They're tied 1 game apiece. Game 3 goes tonight at 8:30. We got Tampa and the Lightning, which is surprisingly Tampa 2-0 right now.
Tampa and the Lightning, eh?
Tampa and the Lightning. I was reading the. I was thinking of Tampa, and then I read Lightning.
Benny and the Jets.
Hurricanes and Lightning is 2-0 right now for the Lightning, which is surprising.
Not good. Vincent Trocheck down too, so that might be.
Game 3 is also tonight at 9 p.m. So we'll see. Tampa stole both those games too at home in Carolina, so that's
not good.
Huge.
It's not good.
No, tonight's basically like a must-win unless they can pull something out of their ass. But Montreal and Winnipeg wrapped up their first game last night. Montreal took the 1-0 series lead. Should be interesting. Big game from Winnipeg next game, I guess. We'll see how that goes. And then we have the Avalanche and Golden Knights, which Colorado is now up 2-0.
The first game
was a fucking shit show.
Thumping.
They gave it to them. Last night, Vegas should have won that game. It started at 11 o'clock. I was up until, and it went into overtime. I was up until 30 last night watching that one.
That's brutal.
Great time. But Colorado came out, just gave it to Vegas for the first like 12, 15 minutes of that game, and then literally ever since that, like the second period was all Vegas. Third
Who
period was
started
like
for Vegas?
Fleury did. Fleury led on a really weak one too, the very first goal, and then
He's the Colorado killer too.
yeah. Well, I mean, Vegas basically played the best hockey, and Colorado played the worst, and Colorado won. And you want to know why? Because good teams find ways to win.
I think Colorado is easy Stanley Cup final.
Well, so Kyle last night mentioned in the group that he said he likes Montreal, and I asked him if he meant for the series or for the cup, and he didn't answer me. And I was hoping, like, I was gonna be like, Kyle, like, you do realize that if Montreal gets out of this round, they're playing against either Colorado or Vegas in the next one, and I don't see them going any further. I think that's where the line ends.
I think that's a sweep. Either team that gets through there.
Yeah, so it should be interesting. I was so happy when Mikko ran and scored that goal last night.
Because you're like, I finally get to go to bed.
Well, yeah, I finally get to go to bed, and plus, like, them tying the series one game apiece, I'm just glad Colorado took the 2 games at home. That gives them a little bit of a cushion. So
I could see it being a sweep.
you think it literally game 3 is a huge game for Vegas. I think that will.
If you go down 3-0, it's hard to come back.
Really hard. So yeah, it should be interesting. We'll know a lot more next week.
But I think that's really
Could have like maybe a couple series even wrapped up by next week, depending
if
how this all plays
sweeps go and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's all the hockey for this week. Thanks for listening.
Nice.
Thanks for dropping by.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bye.
Zero push.
Bye. I was gonna say something, but doesn't matter. See you guys later. Have a great rest of your day.